I'm Mercedes Johnson here at the AT&T Center. This is one of the biggest rivalries in the state, and we are expecting a sellout. LaMarcus Aldridge put up 28 points. Brandeis has had a really good season so far, only lost one game, and Brennan had a slow start. The Spurs started off strong, but they've lost their last 3. Next, the Texas State basketball team will take on Georgia State. Texas State students have been consistently protesting. Riverfest is on April 19th at 5 p.m. and the concert starts at 7 p.m. You may not think that gang activity happens in rural towns, but this house proves otherwise. Jordan's body was found near Cool Ranch Road nearly 12 hours later. We'll take you to the banks of the river to show you how it's done. As of today, the Texas State football team has gained a new defensive coordinator. A fundraising event was held this past weekend for the victims of Hurricane Maria. The program will cost about $38,000 to implement. Meals on Wheels provides food to low-income families all over Central Texas. They distribute over 3,000 meals a day.
So we provide them with a hot lunchtime meal, but several of our clients need more than that.
Majority of the people receiving these meals are seniors, veterans, and those with disabilities who don't have the resources to go out on their own.
So we started a second meal program to address those most at risk of going hungry and not being able to access food.
But due to a grant cut, some people who are receiving 2 meals a day are down to 1.
We have already stopped service to those 120 clients, and so we need the resources immediately to put them back on service.
Their staff is made up of mainly volunteers. If you want to find ways to help, visit their website at mealsonwheelscentraltexas.org. The failed attempt to impeach Connor Clegg is not the only reason students have protested. Robertson says there is a bigger meaning behind it all.
I think he thinks, and a lot of people think, that this is just like some controversial topic, and then it's just because he's just being controversial. And I think that's a cop-out.
The protesters say they want to be heard.
Currently, Denise Trout, the school president, hasn't responded to us. So how I think it's affected the university, I think it shines a negative light on how this university views more of the minorities on campus.
Neighbors say FM 2722 is normally quiet. Robert Gonzalez says his family didn't know the shooter, Devin Kelly, but they definitely heard him.
It would start sometime at 8 o'clock as I would get out there and exercise, and I could hear the fire of a .45 and then like an assault rifle. And I was also in the service, so I know what all that sounds like, though.
After learning of the mass shooting in Sutherland Springs, Texas, that stole the lives of 26 innocent people, Gonzalez says he feels uneasy knowing the person responsible was just across the street.
But to hear it so close, it was, kind of scary because it's so close to our home.
There has been a heavy police presence off FM 2722 in New Braunfels since Sunday's shooting, and investigators are still searching Kelly's house. In New Braunfels, Mercedes Johnson.